So in this video, we're going to go through lighting in production. Okay, so this is a very basic workflow on how the shot animation is created. Okay, so first you have the concept art. So all the concept artists will make these sketches, and once they complete, they're gonna put a color strip. Okay, so this is a very important stage where the artist trying to put the color and the mood that try to resemble its final result. Okay, and moving on, the modeler will try to model the character and the environment along with its prop. Okay, once finished, they're gonna move on to the texturing, and again, once it's finished, the lighting artist is gonna move on to the lighting and put some compositing and some editing, and there goes your final result. Now, one thing that I want to highlight is that the final result kind of resemble with the color strip. Okay, so you probably can guess like they actually use the color strip as a base for the final product. Okay, so what lighting artists usually do is they're usually given a color strip, and I try their best to kind of match the color strip that is given to them, convert that to 3D, put the light, everything to kind of like match. Okay, I mean, you can see like there is a nice glitch ray coming from the left, right, and all the color, all the texture, all the mood looks the same, and you can pretty much can tell like this is probably morning time. Okay, and it's happy mood. The overall color in this picture is very nice and contrast. Okay, now again, if you are working in a small studio, you probably get a chance to experience all this. Okay, so you can concept art, color strip, modeling, texturing until the final result. But again, as the studio gets bigger, then you probably only experience in one stage at a time. So you probably only do modeling, for your entire work, or maybe do texturing for your entire work. Okay, especially in FYP, because there's not much people in FYP, then you going to experience all these stages. Okay, now the color strip is very important, because as a lighting artist, right, you cannot just put light anyhow. Okay, so if you're given this, right, from modeling, right, so from sketch, just jump to modeling, then you're gonna have a hard time like, should I make this like at nighttime? Because nighttime will definitely have a different color from this picture here. Okay, is it gonna be like happy mood, sad mood, whatever? Now, by having a color strip, it's very easy later when it comes to the lighting stage. Okay, you just need to follow like the light direction or the mood, right, as what it is in the color strip. Now, most people, most students like jump from sketch to modeling, and they miss the color strip stage, which I think like it's very important later. Then during the FYP, like, or in the lighting stage of the FYP, they tends to mess up the lighting bits, because they just put the light anyhow for the sake of being illuminated. Okay, so that's something that we don't want. So always have a color strip, because the color strip will tell everybody like how the final product should look like. Okay, something that you shouldn't skip. And again, this is just a workflow on how the artist create the final piece. Okay, and the idea is that you try not to moving far away from the concept, right? So if you have the light coming here from the middle and it's a daytime, then at the end of the day, your final result should be like this. Okay, so in here you can pretty much tell like this is a messy room. It's probably afternoon, because the sun probably almost in the sunset position, and there is a nice like long shadow there. Okay, and again, like with this, you can tell like there is a orange and maybe yellowish orangish like color for the light, and you also try to put that or try to represent that in the final result. Okay, so this will be your guide, basically your color script. Again, so this is just an example. So this is the concept art that the artist is creating, and this is the final result, and you can tell like there's not much difference. Okay, so this is a very good lighting example. Okay, and there is a nice yellow light coming from the door, which is also resemble in the concept art, and here only like this portion is being illuminated, and same thing with this one, and in here everything is matching. Okay, so there is a bit of illumination on the couch, and same thing here. Okay, so yeah, most likely you're gonna get approval from your supervisor if you do this. Okay, matching with the color script. Okay, and again, I'm sure like you've seen many like Disney art book, and if you look at the color script, right, color script can also tell a story. So color script not just used for the sake of being nice in terms of the rendering. Okay, so there are meaningful color in the color script. Okay, so it also help the artist to position the light and get the correct mood. Now, if you notice, right, this is the color script from Up. Okay, I'm sure you watch Up, the movie already, and in the beginning you can tell like everything is dull. Okay, so the color script it's dull, and there is like a sad moment. Okay, so as the story progresses, right, the color getting more colorful, right? So he start to make friends, even though there is like up and down, right? So there is a challenge, right? So the color also starting to change again to a more dull and pale look. But if you notice at the end of the movie, right, you see the color script, right? It's getting brighter and brighter and warmer, because at the end of the day, like the ending is a happy ending, and this color represent like the mood. So if you have this nice yellow and pinkish color, like you have a nice friendly happy mood at the end. Okay, and this is like if you look at this one is the bad guy, very like cold, so it's represented by the blue. So a color script is a stage where you actually plan the film, right? So if you have a bad ending or the bad guy wins, you probably don't want to put this kind of color, right? Because this kind of color like usually represent a happiness. Okay, you probably want to put something like that, so it kind of match with the story that you want to tell. Okay, so this is the stage where you can see whether your lighting works or not. So very important. Again, this is just an example, right? So you take the very important shot or moment in your story, put it in a thumbnail like this, right from the beginning until the end, and you try to put a color and see how it goes. Okay, so whenever there is a sad moment or happy moment, you try to kind of put the color that you want. Okay, so maybe in this story I can pretty much guess like it might be a happy ending. I mean, there's a nice like God's ray, everything is nice and warm color, but in the beginning it's very mysterious, and in the middle like there is some kind of action scene happening, and you can tell by this silhouette, right, like scary silhouette and the red color, because red usually used if there's any action scene. Okay, so that's something that you want to be concerning when you do your FYP or project later. Okay, now I'm going to stop this one